I'm hearing all of what you say to me, but I'll think it over. It's a little bit hard to breathe, to breathe, to breathe. This kinda seems like it's a common theme. You don't think I understand what you said to me, to me, to me. Yeah, every time that we have this talk, it's a little bit hard to admit our faults. But I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it? This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go. Let look at me, breathing deep. After all the things we've been through, yeah, don't forget the reasons not to let this slip through our heads. Yeah, every time that we have this talk, it's a little bit hard to admit our faults. But I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it? This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go. Let this feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go.
When you've got nowhere to go, into your heart I'll follow. Where we'll end we'll never know. Into your heart I'll follow. Ooh, glowing in the dark, lighting up until tomorrow. Ooh, I am never far, right into your heart.
Oh, this is getting really good right now. Maybe I should, I was gonna say maybe I could just leave my heavy backpack behind, but it's not that heavy. Oh, it doesn't max out bit right without it. This seems fun. Oh yeah, I need to start the app. So it updates elevation and all that. There, that should be going. Hey, my Fitbit works today also. Last time I streamed Beat Saber, I couldn't ever get it to connect. Alright, everything seems to be working other than it really says 544 feet. I don't know if that's right or not. It might not be updating yet. The app says it is. I'll have to check it in a few minutes and see if anything's changed. Some steep sides here along the trail. This is the first overlook. Kinda. And then the trail switchbacks and goes back up that way. Cool. I started from right down there just a few minutes ago. It goes freaking up pretty steep. Or pretty fast. I think that's Mount Washington, and I think that going up around there is a valley that Rattlesnake Lake is in. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. High logarithm. It's Little Mount Side Trail. It's in North Bend. I've never hiked it before, but it's on the side of the mountain along the city, so I figured there'd be cell service. So this is the valley the interstate kind of goes along over there and up that way. And I think that's Mount Washington. And that's the valley that Rattlesnake Lake is in, I think. Pretty cool. I started right down there just like a few minutes ago. The trail's really steep. So I'm gonna keep walking. There'll probably be a lot of overlooks, I assume, once I get higher up. So, Little Mount Side Trail goes to Little Mount Si, and then there's Mount Si, which is huge. I think I'm gonna go do a loop trail that is part of Little Mount Si Trail, and this other trail. I don't think I have time before dark to go all the way up to Little Mount Si. And I also don't think to get to the top of it, you go and walk around the back side of it. And I don't think I'd have decent cell service, but I don't know. It's better here than I thought it would be. It's always horrible down there in the valley. And at the trailhead, it just basically almost didn't work. And as soon as I walked like 50 feet up the trail, where I was up the hill a little bit, it was just freaking great. Hey, Mr. Winnie Cat. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 rock climbers. There's a bunch of rock climbing up here. Man, this is really eroded. The trail's just all over the place here. Where is it supposed to even go? I think it's supposed to switch back and forth right here. Like up to here. And then people's been walking up there. I assume it kind of went over there. I don't know. Is this slick? No, it's not. You can just walk up wherever. Yeah, this stuff's not slick at all, really. Even being dusty. It's probably treacherous in the winter. Wait. No, I think the trail came up there because it's built up here. Maybe you're supposed to go up along the trees. I took my heavy backpack, which would have rather not taken if I didn't need the cell service. And I don't think I need the cell service, because I'd rather just walk up the steep trail without it. But by the time I figured out I probably didn't need it, I didn't really want to turn around and go leave it in the car. It's not that heavy. It's just extra weight that I don't really need. But I guess that makes it more of a workout. Kind of. I think I like going up them more and down. Like that part back there doesn't seem like it's going to be nice going down. I think it's going to be knee destroying. Going up is fine. It takes a lot of cardio, but it's fine as far as my legs are concerned. And it's easier to go down. It's easier to go up and not slip them down. Because down, you have a momentum going downhill, and then you have to fight that if you slip. Oh look, this trail has some cedar trees also. They're not huge like that other trail the other day, but some, they're not tiny. I was going to go back up to the pass and hike another trail today near where that one I did last week, but it's smoky up there. It's a little smoky down here. Oh, so this is where I have to decide. I don't think I have time to go all the way up to Mount Si, Little Si, but I don't know. I was gonna do this trail around here and go back here. I was gonna do this loop trail and go back down. I could hike this way, and if I'm making really good timing, just try to go all the way out there and back instead of going this way. Oh, that one's much less traveled. Looks almost overgrown. And this is like wide and dusty from so many people walking up and down it. Huh, I'll do that, go up this way. Alrighty. Oh, you were going to bed. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know it's really, really late for you to watch. I was gonna start earlier. Well, I kind of got up late and then did some other stuff. So then I wasn't gonna start early, but maybe not late. And then I figured out it was smoky up there. So I took a while trying to decide where I wanted to go. I really wanted to go in the mountains and not, or at least part of the way in the mountains and not just be like in town or somewhere really close. So I was trying to find some cool looking trail that, like, it's not Smoky down near Rainier, but I didn't have time to drive an hour and a half at that point. So I was trying to find something interesting trail to hike that wasn't Smoky. And like, I had time to go to. And then I found this loop trail. And it seemed like it could be interesting. And it looked cool. It had some pictures of overlooks, which is, I think, from that first overlook. So I don't know if the rest of it has any overlooks or not. But it looked like some cool rocks and stuff. Places too. Better than going to bed. Yeah. This is more like the trail's closer to where I live because it's lower elevation, but it's really cool. Like closer to that compared to like the one I did last week, which had a lot of different kind of vegetation because that was like 2,000 feet higher. Actually, I don't know. Is the overlay working? And if it is, how high am I? $800 feet. Oh, so I'm only... Last week I was at like 2,000 feet or something. So it's not 2,000 feet higher. It's like a little 1,600 or something higher. $1,200. I don't remember exactly. Well, I think the pass is over 2,000 feet. I actually forget now. But the other trail is a little bit lower. I thought I might have been in the sun. I wore this, which is fine. It's not really hot. And a hat, so the sunset wouldn't blind me because it's getting lower. But there's a lot of tree cover. No sun down here at all. So here's a trailhead. Little size summit, 1.4 miles. Boulder Garden, 1.5. And then half a mile back down to the trailhead. Hi, fish. Good so far. It's tiring and it's hot, but I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. No, go back to the map. Oh, so this is back up to the other loop. So if I want to do that loop, I go that way. If I want to try to go Mount Si, I go the Little Si, I go that way. I'm just gonna go this way. I think I have plenty of. So I might run out of cell service going there, which is why I wasn't planning doing it. Whatever that was inside the trail scared me. Bird or something, I guess. So I might run a cell service, but I don't know. Hello. Hello. That's why I was mostly gonna go the other trail. Well, plus it's a little bit shorter, but I'm hiking this way faster than all trails tells you to. And this part's flat enough I can hike down fast. It's just that one super steep part going down to the parking lot I'm gonna have to go slow on. A little creek. So I'll go test cell service. Worst case, I'll just turn around. I might find out there's good cell service and then I can walk up to the top some other time. Because they're both just through the woods. They're probably like equal hikes. If I do the loop or just go out and back and don't go all the way out. How are you doing today, fish? I don't remember if I asked. I don't think I did. I was just talking about the hike. Oh, it's just getting steep again. Oh, like unpacking everything, I assume. It takes like a month to really unpack stuff. Well, it depends on how much stuff you have, but like, it can take a long time. Hello.
Howdy.
That's so weird. I probably seem so weird. So, it's not that weird when I'm in the city walking around, but when I'm going up the hiking trail and I walk around the corner and I'm just walking along talking to my cell phone, I probably seem really weird. Like, I mean, there's cell service here, but like, who goes hiking on a hiking trail and talks on the phone? Like, I see lots of people in parks doing that, but I basically never see anyone on a hiking trail. Like, you go out to hear the nice nature sounds. I should, yeah, I'll go walking up the trail with a backpack on and everything and a Twitch t-shirt. Wait, I have a Twitch t-shirt. I'm just not brave enough to wear it IRL. Or I wore it on baking streams before, I think. I could wear my Twitch t-shirt and then people are go, oh, yep, it's a live streamer. It's one of those stupid live streamers walking up the trail, blabbering on their phones or to their chats or whatever. There was one stream when I went somewhere viral and you guys were telling me I should wear my Twitch t-shirt, and she told me she wouldn't go out in public with me if I wore the Twitch t-shirt while streaming. Or I think she said if I just wore the Twitch t-shirt out in public, she wasn't going to go out in public with me. I don't remember if it was that or if it was while streaming where I made it obvious what I was doing. I think it was try that. She didn't want it to be on the stream while other people are like, oh, it's a streamer. This has some cool rocks too. Oh, fish, there's a lot of rock climbing up this trail. I already passed 2 groups of people going down with ropes and stuff. I wonder if this is any rock climbing or bouldering. This isn't steep. That side over there didn't really look like anybody's been climbing it, but it looked slightly like some of the stuff up Dirty Harry's balcony trail that we climbed. This is just, right down the valley, same valley. So I guess similar stuff. Same ridge on the same side of the valley even. Oh, I guess I was looking for chalk, but there was some missing moss where the other side had more moss, the not steep side. Uh-oh, I'm going over the edge. Oh no, there's a hill here. Oh shoot. This is the part where I think I'm not gonna have service. And it's already starting. Okay, look, so that's the side of the mountain. It keeps going that way. Right here. That's Mount Si, like the part of the big part. These rocks right here, this is little Mount Si. It like sticks out on the side, and you go walk up through this valley between them and go over to the other side and then walk up the other side. So I figured there's absolutely no way I'll have cell service in this valley because the town is that way with a mountain between me, so it would have to pick up down out this way, and I don't remember there being any cell towers there last time I looked. So I guess I'll walk down a little bit until cell service cuts off, and I'll turn around and go back, and then I guess I can go do that loop trail. I don't know, unless for some reason it doesn't cut out. I decided to try going this way because it was so good back there. I was like, well, if it can handle max bit rate back there, maybe it can get some through the valley. But I'm just at the edge of it and it's dying, so I don't think there's any hope. Wait, so index area? Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. Man, it's really dying fast. Wait, is there a Mount Index? I was thinking that mountain right there was Mount Si. Is that Mount Index, and is Mount Si over more? Because I know I would assume it's Mount Si because this one up here is Little Mount Si. You'd think Little Mount Si would be on the side of Mount Si, but who knows? Oh, I'm going down into the valley more. Also, I might have a walk. This is behind the valley. Gonna get quite dark way before sunset because it's already dark compared to out there. Oh, okay. I remember there's an index exit on the interstate. At least I want to say there's one. I think it's done for. I wonder how much of this is in the valley. Like, if I'm halfway through, I could just try to trail run to the other side. I'm going to keep walking since it's not quite dead and consult all trails. Yeah. Oh, I'm not even close to it. This valley that you walk up, you go way, way, way up it. Right, this is the lost cause for having cell service. I'm just gonna turn around, and I should still have time to do that loop trail. I'll have to go up a little mountainside by myself one day, I guess, if I want to see it. And I'd rather do it another day when I have more time. I'm making slower time here once it got steep again, and it's still a lot of trail. But yeah, there's a bunch of little side trails that cut off. It looks like there's a bunch of more rock climbing up ahead that I hadn't quite got to. Yeah, I'm just at the entrance to the valley. It does start climbing elevation, so this goes down. If I keep going, once I go up, there is a chance that cell service would recover, but there's also be more trees it would have to pick up through, since I'm going to be getting it from this way that I'm hiking back towards. So I kind of just don't think there's any hope. Not enough to... I'll go maybe hike this one day if I want to hike and not stream, and just take all my stuff maybe and do a few speed tests, and then if I decide, and then I can come back. Or if I decide I want to stream part of the way, I could just stream it up at the top and then the hike down. Oh yeah, you were saying I was walking straight towards Mount Si. I didn't think to say I had the tracking on, but the HUD is the overlay is updating, so I guess you figured. So you can just, see exactly where I'm at on the trail on the creepy tracking website. Move your mouse pointer randomly around me on the map, even if you want. I heard someone talking back there, like right before I turned around, and I didn't see anyone up the trail, and I also don't hear anyone coming down the trail behind me. I wish I could be going faster than them, but so I assume it was probably someone off the side of the trail climbing. It kind of seemed from people I saw going down, I've seen more climbers coming down than hikers. So one group of hikers I saw that got to the trailhead right when I was leaving, they were saying it was freaking too hot to be hiking. So yeah, and the climbers are masochists, so it makes sense that they wouldn't mind climbing when it's 80 degrees. There is a little bit of chalk on this. Okay, I'm mostly joking about climbers being masochists, but I think you have to be just a little bit of one. And it's like smooth out along here. Oh, hi, let's go. Where people's been walking around the rock. So the side's all mossy. There's some steps over there you can just like really easily climb up. How are you doing, Wiskel? Climb up here also. Put like a foot there. And probably climb up if it's not too slick from being all mossy. But this side here looks the most like people might climb. And a lot of the holds are like they don't very often, but it's not moss on them when the rest of the rock mostly is mossy. So maybe people boulder that, and then I assume all the other climbing, I think it's all higher up, further than where I walked. Oh. Like, did you just go exploring rocks or something? Go just walking around exploring a new area? Oh, that sounds kind of fun. Like a loop thing, you can go up the cave and then back down the chimney instead of back down through the cave. Trees here. Oh, well, I like those chimneys we did. That's like, or there was that one chimney I guess we did. That was the thing that I actually liked climbing. Most of the other stuff was just like, blah. Oh, okay, no, I don't think I would like that. I think you're right. That sounds like you, what the heck? Like you just like slither down it like a snake or something? Like and it's so tight you can't even move? I'm imagining if you can't turn your head, you can't move your arms or legs or anything hardly either. You just like, oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. And it opens up when you go down. That sounds actually horrible. I don't think I would like it. I think you're right. Well, the climbing we did at Vantage, that chimney we did, was like my favorite thing. Which is, tank top type of adventure. Because you just, yeah. We did that first climb, the one that you could almost walk up. That was like really, really easy. I think I made it all the way to the top of that. And then, the second day. So the first day, yeah, I didn't do any of the climbing. It was that stuff that you had to go down. And I stayed up top with the doggo. the whole day and didn't do any of the climbing. And the second day, there was that one climb that you could just almost walk first, because I didn't do any the day before. And then I almost stepped on it, and I saw it just in time. It's a giant slug. I was gonna say cruising across the trail, but it doesn't look like it's even moving. Or at least not fast enough to see. I was like, look down in time to make sure I didn't step there. Here's some big rocks over here off the side. Oh, this is right at the edge of this creek. But they're all covered in vines or something. Some grass on the top of that one. I heard way up the trail you could hear water trickling down more. I guess it's kind of a waterfall further up. It's a lot cooler standing here. There's not much water coming down the creek, but it still makes it a lot cooler. It's kind of like a cool breeze. Feels like coming off of it. Oh, the thing you did? Yeah, chimney. So maybe it's more, do you think that means it's more popular than you think? Or is there still some really, really not popular stuff on there that people don't do? I assume there's at least old stuff on there that people don't do anymore. That's probably basically abandoned. So now I have a decision to make. So now I'm back at the trailhead for the loop I was going to do. Problem is, it did take me a while to go up there, so I don't know if I have enough daylight to do the loop now. But if I go back down this way, I'm going to be back down to the parking lot like really, really soon. So, what's this Boulder Garden? 1.5 miles. So it's, it doesn't tell the elevator, it doesn't tell it here, but right here it's 0.1, 0.2 miles, 0.4 miles. And then you go by some hiking and stuff. Oh, okay. I don't know how to use all trails good enough for this. I'm trying to get the trail going around there to see how long it is. Oh no, there's mosquitoes here. They start biting you when you stop. Well, I guess I'll go around this way. We're just gonna have to freaking book it. If I'm going too slow, next like 5 minutes, I'll decide I need to turn around and I'll turn around. But it's not that long of a loop. It's like a couple miles or something. And it's still over an hour from sunset. I just don't want it to get too dark under the trees where you can't see, my phone can't tell of it. And supposedly you're more likely to get eaten by mountain lions right at dusk, but I'm not really worried about that. I've ridden down a mountain on a mountain bike in the dusk, which seems way more likely. Actually ridden when it's almost dusk quite a few times on a mountain bike and never gotten eaten. So now we're going up the other side of the valley. I can hear the creek to the left of me. Man, this trail is so freaking rocky. Oh my freaking gosh. Maybe this isn't a good walk fast trail. Oh, I don't have any cardio anymore. Huh, my Fitbit says it's only 99. How's that? Well, you said it gets ticked a few times a month, and that's the one you put on? So it actually seems pretty popular, I guess. I mean, probably not like the ones that get like multiple times a day, but you know. Oh, I guess you're looking at the site. I'm busy dying. Currently. How's the bit rate looking? Okay. Oh, and now it's deciding my heart rate's higher. I've done so long without playing Beat Saber or anything. I have no cardio. Oh, I mean, I do have cardio. Like, I haven't collapsed in this trail, but not like this isn't easy. For me right now, I haven't collapsed yet. It's basically that level. $155 now. My freaking goodness. And it keeps going up, it never stops. The hill gets really steep up here. The trail goes around that way, but maybe it switchbacks fast. Let me look and see how I'm doing. Oh, I didn't look at lines good. I thought it was uphill and then downhill. Oh shoot, it keeps going up. It goes all the way up to like, I have like 200 more feet or something to go up. And it kind of goes along the top of the mountain and then it goes back down. Anyways, I'm making good timing. If I can keep going up this hill without stopping, I think I'll have enough daylight to go around. Because I'm not at the halfway point yet. But alternatively, I could just go back down the way I came and go like to that trail, to that park beside the river that I went to last week at the end of the stream, because that's on the other side of the river from where this trailhead was on the same road. They have a beard. Dang it, it stays so rocky. Oh, and there it is going up that way. It like switches back and forth, I think, a lot here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back down this way. I was still thinking about it there, and then I keep thinking maybe it'll get less rocky, and it doesn't. And I only have an hour until sunset, and I don't want to get to the downhill section on the other side and it be like mega rocky like that, and it be so dark I can't see the rocks. I don't really feel like dislocating my knees. Because I'm probably wouldn't, but who knows. I don't really like going down trails I've never been on that look like they might be really, who knows how they might be when I don't have enough daylight to get back without making good time. So I think I'm just gonna go back down. I didn't want to go down from the trailhead earlier because I'd get down to the car way too fast, but as long as this was entertaining, and it's entertaining enough watching me go back down, this has made my legs feel like jello. So I got the workout in that I wanted to. That's just what I was thinking. I have to go up like 200 more feet or something around there, and then it kind of levels off for a while, and then when you get most of the way around the loop, it drops off fast. It looks like about as fast as this is going up. It looks like it switches back more, so it might not be as bad, but going down a mega rocky trail on jello legs in the dark just doesn't sound, that is exciting. Just so we can go hang out. It looks like the sun's already behind the clouds, so there's probably a really nice sunset. We can go hang out down here at the overlook. At least it's steep for what I'm used to doing. Like, that trail I did last week when I went to the waterfall and back, that was only like 300 and something feet. And that made me pretty sore the next day. Because I haven't done any hiking or biking basically since like Yellowstone. Like, I actually haven't gone bike riding since before then. So since like April, and most of the walks I've done have just been flat. So the one last week was the most uphill. The only other leg exercise I got is that one Beat Saber stream when I did the 450 squats, and it murdered me so bad that I couldn't hardly walk for 4 days. But then I didn't do anything for a few weeks after that. So I don't know. That did get my legs in better shape, but yeah, I mean, 204 more feet isn't too bad. Like the 300 feet on the trail last week, it did make me sore the next day, but like while I was doing it, it didn't feel bad at all. And I would be perfectly fine doing that if there was plenty of daylight, but it's starting to get up there. Like, I could still see the rocks fine, but I'm thinking about it like an hour from now. Yeah, I guess so. I was doing pretty good playing off stream. Like, I'd go play two or three nights a week. Like, even the few of those, like that 1 month long period where I didn't stream it for like a month, or a month and a half, I still played off stream quite a bit. But the last 2 weeks, I haven't played it a single time since the last time I streamed it, which I think was 2 weeks ago. I think that might have actually been 2 weeks ago today. Yeah, I probably should. I work earlier 2 days a week now, so I get off at 8 p.m. instead of midnight, which makes it a lot more enticing to play Beat Saber, because at midnight I'm just like more tired, and like if I play for an hour and then I go take a shower at like 1 a.m. and stuff, then I've already been going to bed too late, and Beat Saber is just going to make me go to bed even more too late. But 8 a.m. leaves plenty of time to play. Last week, I didn't play either one of those days because I wasn't used to getting up that early, because I've switched to night shift so badly. So I was mega sleep deprived, and I just felt like passing out after work. But this week, maybe I will play. I was thinking about trying to play it tomorrow. The only problem tomorrow is the high is like 94 tomorrow. Today the high was only 84, I think. And it's probably going to be 80 or 85 degrees in my computer room. So it's like, do I want to play Beat Saber when it's 80 degrees or hotter? But I could fix that. So we had this 3 portable ACs, the ones with the hoses that you run out of the window. Our landlord, since they haven't fixed our central heat and air, bought us 2 more. We hadn't ever installed them. We'd had them for like a couple of weeks, but like it's kind of hard to install one by yourself. And Girl never. There's a couple times I said we should install them and she didn't want to, or didn't want to plan it. So yesterday I brought it up that it was going to be 95, so we installed one. They cool a lot better. They're 12,000 BTU instead of 8,000 BTU. But anyways, I could, you can install one by yourself. It's just kind of hard to put the stuff in the window without somebody to hold the window open, because our windows are like the ones that open out, and I could install the big one in the living room and then take the smaller one that's currently in the living room and stick it in the window in my computer room. And then I'd have AC. And with them, if you have them in a small room like that, they make it, like, they keep it pretty cool. Like, definitely below 80. So I guess if I wanted to do that tomorrow afternoon, I could play Beat Saber tomorrow evening, and it would be nice and cool. I also could play tonight after hiking, because 84 is not really hot enough for it to get that hot inside, like up to 80 degrees. So it'll probably just be like upper 70s, or it might not even be that by the time I get home. But the next 2 days, it's going to be freaking hot. Oh, my legs feel like Jello. Like this is so much more than elevation than I've hiked in a long time. I didn't go all the way up to the top, so I don't know how much elevation it was. But it's, more than 200 feet for sure. Because I think I had 200 feet left before I got around that, is what it looked like before I got to the very top. Right now we're back down here. This half a mile back down to the trailhead. There's a nice overlook on the way that I'll stop at for a little bit. And then I'm not sure what I'll do. I might go back to that other park because there are some more trails that goes along the river. There's also a few other parks nearby. Yeah, that's hotter than it's supposed to be here. I think it's high here is only like 94. Freaking crazy. Quite warm. Don't have AC either. Do you have window ACs or anything? Or the ones with hoses like we have? Or do you have just literally nothing? Do you have literally nothing? That sounds really, really horrible. Like it's going to be like 100 degrees inside your house or something then. I mean, I guess it depends on where your house is at. On if it might stay, if it's in the shade or something, it might stay cooler. Oh, I see. Ew. So you're just actually 97 and no AC at all. It sounds actually horrible. Okay, so maybe, hopefully it won't be, hopefully you can cool off in the night and it won't get up to 97 inside in the day. And then, like it won't get the same temperature as it is outside. And then you can cool it off the next night. Our house has very, very, very bad insulation. Like the windows and the walls. Like the rooms in the side of the house when the sun is really shining on when it gets hot in the afternoon, you can just walk into the room and you can feel the heat coming off of the windows and the walls on that side of the house. Like we'll go shut everything, but you can there's just so much heat coming in from that side. So it gets the whole house like really, really hot. I was just looking at bitrate was lower. I thought this part of the trail I was maxing out bitrate all the way up until like in that valley. Was I not the whole time? I might have not been paying attention. All my connections look good. I was just keeping up with it because maybe there's something you could do to fix it. This is a thick, jungle-y looking area. I hear people up ahead. Oh, probably in my backpack's on my back, so my body is probably between it and the cell connection I have on my iPhone, which is in front of me, is trash. And what was working good was what's on my back. Okay, if I turn around the other way, does it get better? If I turn around the other way and sit for a bit. It does seem like it gets better. Alrighty, bye fish. I'll probably still be going. Been going, let's see, an hour and 10 minutes for streaming so far. This part I am in a valley along the creek, and there's a hill right here between me and the edge. So I guess maybe it was struggling here on the way down too, just not as much, and I just didn't notice. Hello, thank you for the follow. I just had a walk right here, and then the hill's like not really in the way anymore. It's just like that part's down in the valley. Look at this, it looks like a big, like old stump. And there's a bunch of old roots here and stuff with that tree growing out of them. So now we're back to, this is where the other, if I had gone all the way around the loop, I would have come back out right here. Kind of want to walk down this just a little bit and see what the trail's like. This part looks like it's untraveled and gets overgrown. And like, I was thinking like if it's overgrown like this, which is why I went back that way. I was imagining it being really overgrown like this and then getting really, really rocky and it being like right at sunset where it's dark, and so I just didn't want to deal with that. But I thought I could walk down it a minute now and see how traveled it looks away from there. This is all nice and smooth, totally different than way up on the hill so far. Oh, there's also some more rock climbing a little ways down here also. There might be some nice overlooks at it. I'm not sure how far down it is, if it'd be worth walking all the way down to or not. Oops. My foot slipped out from under me almost on that rock. And then I halfway rolled my ankle. Look at this big cedar tree. I mean, it's not that big compared to the ones last week, but pretty large. Larger than most of the trees I've seen here today. I guess this is a ditch or a creek that's just has water in the winter. Let me look real quick and see how far down the climbing is. I might go down to it, because if you can get to it easy, because I like looking at rock climbing. Oh, it's a ways. Let's see, you go down. It's not super far down. I think I'll do that. It'll only take me like 5 minutes probably to walk down there. Maybe like I was shaking something else real quick. Yeah. Because other ways it's pretty close to go back to the car. You can kind of almost see through the trees over here, or see through to the valley. We're kind of like right on the edge. I thought some of this climbing might be like right on the edge. Dirty Harry's balcony trailhead is like that. I've never walked all the way up to Dirty Harry's balcony, but there's multiple places you can go rock climbing on the way to there, and it's just on the side of the cliff, and you have some really, really nice views. There's some really large rocks right here. and right there. So this gets really, really rocky, like the part I turned around on. This is the kind of stuff I was thinking I didn't want to go down like right at sunset when it might be a lot darker. So I think this is making me glad that I just turned around. Because I was quite a ways from halfway around. So it was gonna, I mean, I'm walking up this trail some, but it would have taken me a lot longer to get down to here if I'd kept going. No, it's all loose, like it tries to roll out from under your feet. It's all this like, see, really rounded, smooth rocks. What country? US. I'm in Washington State. So the far northwest corner of the continental US. Oh, here's a trail that cuts off. And it looks like there's some cliffs over here. Is this where people's just walking over here, or is this the climbing? Let me look on map. Where am I? No, it says it's right up there. I could walk over here and see. This kind of looks like, yeah, people's doing rock climbing this also. I'm just looking at all trails and it doesn't show all the climbing sometimes. I don't see bolts, but there's definitely chalk right here. And then it's really overgrown, but it keeps going around there. Is there more climbing over here? Is this just people walking over to the edge? Uh-oh, we're getting into blackberries. Actually, these might be, whatever the other ones are. Rosemary berries, right? I guess it's exploring time. Right, so it goes up across here. And up this way. Oh, and this is a rock. It drops off on that side also. I don't want to walk through this crap. And spread its seeds. I think they're on the pods though. That Scots broom is invasive. Okay, so this is just people going out to the edge. It's a nice overlook. Right on top of a cliff. The parking lot's way down here in the valley. It's still a ways down. I'm quite a ways up. And here's Mount Si. You can see it up there over the trees. It's weird how all the trees are shorter over there too. I guess there's a bunch of big rocks here. Wait, I just noticed that my... Uh-oh. Oh no, my phone came unplugged. I just noticed the battery is way lower. I guess I must have bumped the wire in my hand. So the problem is 40% battery life. I noticed it because of overheating. It's probably going to overheat more charging it now. But I can't really let it die anymore. It's going to just die soon-ish. So it might overheat. But if it... Maybe I'll unplug it if it starts overheating. Hopefully it doesn't restart the stream. Like overheat and just, stop it. Yeah, I think I'll head back down now. That'll give me about time to... I'll get down to the overlook probably right at sunset. And you can see off that way more. So it'll probably be a really nice view. Because you can hear the traffic. The road's right down there. The trail's really steep going down there. It's not that much of a walk. It's probably like half a mile down. Which actually, I mean, it's still 30 minutes from sunset. Sunset's right around 9 o'clock, I think. This is nice, so I figured I'd hang out here for a few minutes. I was on the way headed down and was talking about stopping at the overlook for a bit, and I thought it's just right up the trail from the parking lot, so it's likely that a lot of other people will stop there and look at the sunset. And I could just stop there and be quiet, but I don't want to blabber to chat while there's other people trying to enjoy an overlook. And here, this is my own personal overlook. There's nobody else here. It's nice. There's another trail I thought about hiking up today that went up that ridge. Not like all the way up to the top. Kind of a lot of the way up. Down on that end. That ridge has some bike trails on it, and there's one that goes like, I think it's on this ridge. There's one that goes quite a ways down. like all the way, I think, pretty much up to the top. You can't really see it from here right now because the trees are in the way, but there's a valley over there in the trail you can go up, and you can kind of walk up to the edge of that side. I've thought about trying to stream that before. I've gone bike riding up that valley, and right before you get to the trailhead, service stops working. But once you walk up on the trail a little bit, I think there would be service. So I've thought about trying to hike that and stream it. I just have to go walk the first, hopefully I'd only have to walk the first like 10 or 15 minutes, and then be high enough up to have a service the whole rest of the way. Let's see how slippery this rock is going down. It was just fine going up. Oh, it has needles on it too. Maybe it's better to stay on this side, on the moss. Yeah. And not under the tree where it's needles. So yeah, there's this that's not marked on all trails, but it's definitely a place that people climb. I can't really see because the top is dark. I think it is bolted up there, or something. There's just not any here. Maybe it's not bolted. But it's definitely has chalk all over it. And then there's some more climbs right up the trail this way. But I don't think I'm going to go up to them. I don't know, maybe I will. It looks like you walk right up here and you can see off of this side of the hill. And then, I mean, I'm not really worried about getting down before dark. I might run out of enough light for the phone to look good, but not enough that I can't see, I don't think. There's another little trail that cuts off and goes, I assume just for people looking. So if you go on up, I think I can see some more rocks through the trees. There's some trails that cut off to the right, and there's some more rock climbing. At least I believe it was rock climbing. I mean, if it was, there's not grizzly bears here. And the other bears, like, it's bear and mountain lion territory, but I mean, you don't really have bears and mountain lions mess with you. Like, they recommend you not go hiking by yourself and make lots of noise. because of the mountain lines. Oh, this curves and goes around that way. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go back down. I hike by myself, but it's just like a slight recommendation. This isn't one of those places where they like Yellowstone, they tell you to hike in groups and have bear spray because there's grizzly bears. All the trails have like tons of signs there saying take bear spray and stuff. And outside of Yellowstone and everything, here, just some of the trails, I don't even know if this trail says anything about it. Some of the trails closer to town will have a sign saying like bear and mountain lion territory. I guess because they're so close to the city, people aren't expecting that. Just like some of the parks I go to in the city has watch out for coyote signs and stuff. But yeah. And hello, Windows user. Like Windows 10 user. I also am a Windows 10 user still. And I'm still planning on being one for a while. Because I'm lazy and don't want to switch to Windows 11. And I hear some people complain about it, and some people don't. They say it's fine. The 10 works fine. Yeah, I used to only stream Beat Saber pretty much, and then I started doing IRL streams like a couple of years ago. Lately this year I've been doing mostly IRL streams. It really depends on the time of the year. In the winter it's more Beat Saber. In the summer when it's nice weather every day it's a lot more IRL. It rains so much in the winter here. I feel like I need to go out in the summer every time it's a nice day, or I've wasted the nice weather. Because then, in a few months it's going to be raining every day, and I'm going to be cold, and I'm going to want to go outside, and I'm going to wish it wasn't rainy and cold. But yeah, those are amazing. Mostly it's all IRL hiking and biking or Beat Saber. Wait, do you play Beat Saber? Yeah, this part is at the bottom of the hill where it smooths out, is where the rocks get really, really deep, and you're just stepping down in these deep rocks, and they're all smooth, and they just roll out from under your feet. Even if you go try to stuff where there's less of them, you'll have like one or two that'll roll out from under your feet. That's why I was kind of worried the whole down the hill would be, and was paranoid about going around that way and having to walk down it in the dark if it was almost dark. It's a little trail that cuts off that way. I do play Beat Saber. Oh, nice. Wait, so it said first time chatter. Is this the first time you've watched? And how did you find me? I was curious if you were just looking through an IRL category and found me, because that's really, there's not that many people that stream or play Beat Saber, really. Like, I mean, it's pretty popular for a VR game, but I wouldn't really say VR is really much mainstream. So it's kind of, I think would be less likely. It's kind of funny if you just randomly found me IRL streaming, and then saw that I stream Beat Saber also, because it's not that likely that you'd find Beat Saber people on Twitch outside of the Beat Saber category. You mostly play Beat Saber? I mostly play Beat Saber, yeah, when I play video games. I kind of decided I liked Beat Saber and VR games enough that I don't really... Sometimes I'm tired and I just want to sit down, and I will go play for a little while, like some Overwatch or some other regular game. But mostly I like playing VR games. I feel like non-VR games, I get bored after playing them too fast now. Which I've always heard people say that they played games until they got old and then they grew out of playing games. I'm slightly worried it's happening. I'm not old, but old compared to most people that play games, I guess. Sometimes when I'm bored, I just go coding. Oh, coding. Wait. I assume it's supposed to be coding, like Call of Duty. So it's so dark here. Oh, that looks a lot better. Sorry, this will wobble more. It might wobble too much since I'm going down steps, but it looks better because it's dark enough under the trees now that the wide angle lens is too pixelated. That was looking really, really bad. The overlook is right up here, and I'll stop for a bit and then go down the trail is really short from it. It just goes like really, really steep down to the parking lot. Basically, the rest of the trail that's left is really, really steep. Okay, this part, pixelated wide angle is probably better than the other lens because I can't hold the phone steady while going down this many steps. I don't want people to get sick watching it bounce all around so much. So now you can hear the traffic and the river. If you get down to the bottom of the mountain, there's a trailhead and a road and then a river on the other side, pretty much on the other side. So I went up that way, but the way this is built up, I think the trail is supposed to go this way, but it just eroded away. Oh yeah, and go that way. So it should have, I think it used to go down right here where all these roots are, and then this way, yeah, and then it's built up. Like switch back and forth. It's so washed out and stuff, you just can't even tell where the trail is supposed to go anymore. And actually, I think it's supposed to go around there and switch back again. But then that part is... Oh, wait, I came up this way. Did that cut off someplace? That looks like it was the original trail, kind of. Like, you went through these trees and go down this way. And then people's just been going up the hill. I didn't see this cut off down here. I don't know. Maybe this is just people walking through. That looked like a trail This does too, but then there's that cut going off there. Doesn't really matter. I just think it's kind of fun trying to figure out where the trail used to go to before it eroded away. These rocks look really slippery because they're dusty, but they're actually not slippery at all. Like, maybe a few places are on the tips for the really high traffic areas, but most of it's just fine. You're quite lost yourself with me turning back and forth so much at that part back there. You're like, what the heck? Are you going uphill or downhill now? Or what are you even doing? The trail goes right there, and then there's just like a cliff down here, a slight one below it. This is a really, really, really busy trail, supposedly. The parking lot I parked in was almost full, and that was at like freaking 6 o'clock or something. But there's a trail that cuts off this way. I wonder where that goes to. So here's the overlook, and kind of looks like another overlook this way. Goes to the top of these rocks. So there's the river down there. There's the road going across it. Oh yeah, so this is what I was wanting to point out earlier when I was at the other place we were looking, and I said the trees were kind of in the way. I think this valley is where the Rattlesnake Lake is, and there's like a kind of rocky part you can walk up on the side of the mountain, and I assume it's maybe that right there, the part that kind of juts out. That's what I'm guessing without looking at a map. I'm thinking that might be it. If that's it, you would think cell service would pick up there. So maybe I could stream going up that trail one day. Oh, I can do that. If you'd like a high quality picture, I can take one on my phone and stick it on my Discord. I'll just have to remember to actually do that. This app has a feature where it'll auto upload, but then you get the nicer ones if I take like an actual better quality picture from my cell phone. But yeah, you can do that if you want me to take one also. I actually did just take some, and I can put them in Discord. I kind of think my iPhone makes the lighting look better right now though. I don't know. Okay, I'm done taking pictures and jerking other phone around. I'm sorry. The sky looks nice. Oh yeah, so if you look over that way, it looks hazy. Well, it's wildfire smoke. It doesn't really, it just looks hazy in the town, like city. It kind of just looks like normal haze that you get when it's hot and not really wildfire smoke. But I got started driving down into the valley towards Snoqualmie on the interstate, and you could just see the freaking smoke. And like when you're on the interstate where you can see way up the valley that way, it gets really, really smoky looking up there. So that's part of why I didn't go up there and hike today. I was gonna try to go hiking again up near the pass, but there's a forest fire up there, and the wind was blowing west today, so it's blowing the smoke down this way. I think down here it looks smoky, but according to the air quality, like the thing I looked at, the air quality was way, way, way better down here. I assume all the smoke's staying higher up in the air, and maybe I'm just down in the valley below it. Or either just by the time it's blown all the way down here, it's dissipated. I think the other overlook here, you can see up the valley more. Oops, sorry. I'm jerking it around way too much. I'll hang out here for a few minutes and then go down to the parking lot. You can see a little bit more that way, but not much more. So the road's right there. So this is how steep the rest of the trail is. It's a really, really short part of the trail, but you walk from here down to road level there, which is pretty steep for how short it is compared to stuff I'm used to actually hiking. If anyone wants to see the river, there's a park over on the other side of the bridge, and I could walk out to the river. I did that last week. When on the way home, there was still some daylight when I hiked up near the pass, and I drove down here. And that park is open until dusk. And dusk is, when I looked last week, dusk was at like 9:40. So I would have, could go, I think it only takes me like 2 or 3 minutes to walk down to the car now. Could go over there and just walk out to the river for like 15 minutes, if anybody wants to see it. It's not a 15-minute walk. It's like you park and you walk like 2 minutes or a minute. It's like a few hundred feet over to the river. But then there's a trail that goes along the riverbank that I could walk down. This part doesn't feel, when coming up, this felt really steep. This part doesn't feel steep compared to the other stuff back there that I've already done. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Wide angle is just way too bad. I was only switching back to it when I was like really wobbling the phone. This is a fun trail. I didn't do the whole loop, but walking halfway up to Mount Si, I might have not gone Little Mount Si. I might have not gone quite halfway up the trail, but doing that and then walking up the other trail and then just turning around and going up to the other climbing and stuff was it was a really nice workout. And I mean, the nice overlooks too, and the woods are pretty. I didn't really go to any destinations exactly. I really wish the cell service picked up all the way up to Little Mount Si. That trail wasn't rocky, and like, it's still light enough to see down here. Like, if I had done that, I would have been getting back about this time. I definitely would have had time to. If I had had service the whole way. It just would have been probably pushing it to have time to. And my poor phone feels like it's about to melt. Like, it's making my hands sweat more than the rest of me from holding the phone and the battery pack, and they're both so hot. Still a lot of cars in the parking lot. Like, I thought I was staying out a bit late, but I wonder if some of them are camping. If there's places. Well, I guess it's just up in the forest, like national forest. I guess you probably can camp. It also might just be a lot of people using up every bit of the daylight, like coming back late. Oh, so this, see this trail here says wildlife active in this area. If you recreate in this area, go in groups, make noise to avoid surprising an animal, avoid low light conditions, keep pets leashed. If the trail is closed, please abide by the closure. If you see wildlife, do not feed wildlife. And all this stuff. Don't hug them. Don't run or turn your back on them. It doesn't say don't hug them. It just says don't approach or follow. So this doesn't say what kind of wildlife wait. Be informed, be alert, carry bear spray. I've never seen a sign here that says to carry bear spray. Like, there's all kinds of signs in like in the Rockies, but not here. There's not grizzlies here. Did black bears ever attack? I've never heard of a black bear attacking anybody. I see news articles every now and then of people that got eaten by mountain lions, but that's just every few years, and it's just like, it doesn't happen very often. So the whole parking lot was mostly full earlier. There's just, a few cars, I guess, cutting it late. I think I'll go on over to the other park. No one specified preferences of seeing the river, but it only take a few minutes to show you guys the river, and so I don't see why not. So that's what I was thinking. If I didn't need cell service, I could have not taken that big backpack. I think it ended up being useful because I walked far enough up that the service wasn't super great. Right, give me a moment to do this. So the other park is just like you drive out on the road and go across that bridge. You can see from the overlook, and there's a driveway basically on the other side of it, and the park.
Video mode. Recording started.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's really late for you.
Wi-Fi is on.
I think some other people, when I was getting in the car, I could hear some talking. I think there's some more people coming down the trail. So I guess a lot of the rest of these cars are, maybe they're all just people. I think there's gates in this parking lot. I don't know if you're allowed to stay parked here overnight and if you can camp up there or not. Oh, there's gates, but it looks like they never shut them. Like there's blackberries growing on both sides of them. Yeah, I don't think you saw the river, Mr. Winniecat, because oh yeah, because you left last week because it was really late. But I stopped at this park I'm fixing to go to now, last week. Because it was earlier than this. I drove down the interstate and it was still pretty early, like an hour from dusk or something like that. So I stopped and walked down to the river for a few minutes. So it's right here. Right at the trail crossing. I've parked here before and ridden from here quite a few times. I've ridden on this trail through town and like back the other way, and going this way, this trail, I've ridden it. It goes up into the mountains. That's the one that goes up to Rattlesnake Lake. I've streamed and bike rode up it before and lost cell service right before I got to the lake. Okay, cool. Well, if you want to stay a few more minutes, you'll get to see it now. It's going to take me a while to get there. I'm trying to not suffocate these people walking on the trail. And this is gravel, so I gotta drive slow. Half the time I come here, some car will come up behind me or another way, and they'll drive like freaking like 25 or something and just make a massive like dust storm behind them. I always hate it when I'm on trails and someone drives by the trail like that and you're just like breathing in dust. This is a pretty nice park. It's a lot of parking, so it's a good place to park to ride on the trail. And nice trail that goes down to the river. So I won't stay too long. I'll just go walk down to the river for a few minutes. There were more people here last week. It's really deserted right now. mean, it's almost dark, and most people don't just walk around in the dark and like, and you just leave the park by now. I just figured it'd be fun to, oh, the other 2 cars that are here are leaving. So it's 1 person in each car. Well, I guess I have the whole park to myself.
Recording stopped.
Do I need to take the whole backpack? Here, the cell service on my phone is the only thing it's using mostly currently. Okay, I think I don't need to take the whole backpack. That would be nicer. I just need this phone right here. I think I'd be fine with that. Do you see lightning bugs? No. Oh, that's one of the things that Beryl thought was really cool when she visited. The first time she ever visited, like Tennessee, is seeing lightning bugs. Because they don't have lightning bugs here. It's just boring. Alright, let me get out and get the phone out, and then we'll walk over to the river real quick. For a few minutes. All right. I really like having it magnetic mount, so it's easier to get off of the windshield. Do I have my phones? Yeah. All right, so I'll just walk right over here and look at the river for a few minutes, and then I guess head back. Oops. Sorry, they'll come back in a minute. I had everything on the other Wi-Fi that I left in the car. So it switched to just 1 cell connection. That's why the bitrate is not super great. Also, I had the phone upside down. All right, here we go. Why did it get off Wi-Fi? Oh, there it goes back again. This is a nice little like city park. It's actually a county park, but it's right in the city. And it's just a trail that goes along, and then the river. And all of this stuff, like where all these roots are showing and stuff, this is all from all the flooding that happened in December. Like these trees piled up and stuff. And some of the trees I've seen when I've walked here before, there's trees laying against like some of these and stuff where I think even like probably where I'm standing, the trail was underwater a little bit. And then down there, there's a lot of roots showing, like a lot more than there used to be, where it like washed a lot of this dirt away. Because I guess it was just a roaring river right here. It'd be cool to have one of these houses or cabins on the other side, probably. Anyways, I thought I'd just stop here for a few minutes. Yeah, it's nice to hang out here and listen to it. And just watch all the water. There's a nice rock right here to sit on. It's a good seat out in the middle of the rocks. It probably doesn't look that bad when I'm not moving, but bit rate is pretty bad because my other two connections didn't reconnect to this Wi-Fi. You can see a bear drinking here. It's weird. On the trail, when I stopped and sat still for a while, I was getting eaten by mosquitoes. There's not any here along the river. Where I figured they'd be worse. Or at least I hadn't found any eating me yet. There's some kind of bugs all down here in the water. My legs are a little itchy from walking through all those bushes earlier. So I keep almost thinking there's mosquitoes, but it's like, nope, it's just legs being a little itchy. The nice thing about here is walking through bushes like that, you don't really get ticks on you. Where like in the southeast, you'd have like it's hard to go hiking or bike riding and not get ticks on your legs if there's any kind of undergrowth. I hate ticks. Anyways, I think I'll probably go ahead and find someone to raid and stop. It's just about dark. And then go head home. We'll look up that way real quick on the river. It gets blurry if I move the phone too fast. It's really, really low light. The phone's struggling. Enjoyed it? Awesome. Cool. I'm glad you did. I'll probably try to do some kind of stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what. I probably won't play Beat Saber because it's going to be like, well, I mean, it's going to be 95, 94 is I think the high. It's going to be in the 90s outside, but at least you can go bike riding in the 90s and it's not that bad. There's some wind on you. Where being just inside the house playing Beat Saber, even in the 80s, seems worse. So my legs might be destroyed from that. That's the most elevation I've hiked in a long time. I didn't go all the way up to the top, but it was still, oh, I was wanting to look, and I can look at that now. So the trail I did, if I had done the whole thing, it says it's 2.2 miles and it's 900, almost 900 feet of elevation gain. I went like 200 feet up, but I went up the other trail a ways and came back down also, like the little Mount Side Trail. So I don't know, I probably hiked like, 600, at least 600 feet. Or probably What's 200? No, that would be like, I probably did at least 800 feet. Somewhere between 700 or 800 feet up and down, like elevation gain. So that's the most I've hiked for sure since maybe the last time I did that much was when I hiked part of the way up Dirty Harry's Trail last November. So that's the most hiking I've done since like last November. And good night to Meg and everyone. Yeah, good night, Mr. Winnie Cat. But even if I'm sore tomorrow, that would make it a great day to do an e-bike stream. And actually, when it's 95 degrees outside, that's also another great day to do an e-bike stream, because then you don't really even get that hot, because you don't have to work too hard and you have a nice breeze. So I might go try to do an e-bike stream tomorrow. And then the next 4 days after that I work, so probably no streams. But I could go walk someplace also. It wouldn't really be too hot being 95. Like, it was in the 80s today and I walked up a mountain. Just going somewhere flat wouldn't... I mean, 95 is not even bad here. Like, I'm not used to it being 95 because it usually doesn't get like that here. But it's not humid here like in the southeast, so it just basically never gets hot here. It gets hot enough sometimes where I don't really want to go outside, but it wouldn't really be that bad if I just did. Yeah, I was looking at the map. Let me look and see who there is to raid, and if there's anybody to raid. Nice. Welcome back, Fish. You made it just in time. I was just literally in the process of looking for someone to raid. So you just made it back. Oh, I hiked up the other part of the loop up to another place that people were climbing, and there was a few more climbs listed on the map on up that I didn't look at. But if you go back and look in the VOD, it was kind of dark. It almost looked like there was one bolt at the top or something, but I couldn't see any bolts going up the climb, and it wasn't very long. You would still think you want... It could also have been trad or whatever, not sport. But anyways, I found a place that had definitely quite a bit of chalk on the rocks, and then I walked from there over to a overlook. So if you want to see the climb and or the overlook, they're both like same part of the stream. You could look back in the VOD. And I had thought about going up to the other climbing, but it was starting to get dark. If you were there, I might have, but I didn't really care if I saw it that much. And it was starting to get dark, so I went back down. If you want to see more info about the climbs, you can always install Mountain Project. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I should do that. It's kind of fun. Look, I don't really particularly like rock climbing, most of it that I've done, but it was, some fun, and it's fun, like, kind of watching people rock climb and looking at the climbs. It's just freaking, it destroys your hands so bad. I don't know if I really like it. It's painful. It's way too freaking painful. But yeah, that would be cool to install, and then when I'm looking at climbs on stream, I could actually like look up info about them. It has a map feature, so you can hit the map and see what is near you. Oh, okay, so it'd be really, really easy if I installed the app. Just go see about the climb I'm looking at right then. That does seem worth it. Carpal tunnel. Yeah, I don't know. Last time we tried climbing, remember last time you came up here and we went climbing, I basically didn't even climb any. There was like that one climb I tried and my elbows were killing me. The one before that just sucked because the second day it was super freaking cold and your hands would just freeze into ice cubes and you had to like climb with your ice cube hands. Like that one chimney we did was fun, but it was way too cold. Oh, I'm starting to get mosquitoes flying around me. I need to leave before none of them have bit me yet, but they've figured out I'm here. So I don't know. My wrists didn't bother me on that one. So the first one, the first time you came and went to Vantage, my wrists did bother me some, but it was mostly just being way too freaking cold. The last time my elbows bothered me, but my elbows don't bother me anymore because I don't play Beat Saber that much, and I don't play hard stuff. And that time we played a multiplayer game and I ruined my arms and then went and tried to go climbing like a week later, which is probably mostly why so yeah, I mean, if arms weren't like, if I didn't feel like I was getting carpal tunnel or tennis elbow, I might think climbing's more fun. Because other than that, like if you climb with a bunch of people, I mean, it's fun watching them climb. Sometimes it can get boring if you've just been sitting there for hours, and like it feels time consuming. Like it takes a whole day to get like one climb in or two. But part of that's walking in also. But like that trail that we went, those other climbs that were up Dirty Harry's trail, Balconies Trail, I've actually walked up that trail. That was just a really pretty trail and nice hiking up there anyways, even without doing climbing. Really the only thing I didn't like that day is I didn't take a good jacket and I was starting to freeze by the time we headed back down. But other than that, I mean, I didn't climb because my elbows were bothering me, but it was still a fun day. I think I'm going to raid that cat stream because I don't really know who else to raid, and I'm probably going to go drive home pretty soon. Everyone else that's on are people I haven't raided really, or watched, or at least not chatted in their chats recently. Freaking, there's mosquitoes starting to eat me. So I'm going to raid that cat stream. You guys can watch cats or go watch something else if you want to. And then I can go ahead and head on and stuff. It is time consuming. If you are efficient, you can get more in, but not with a big party and only one person setting ropes up. Oh, that's true. I mean, we did have a decent sized party. Like it was 5 people and only one person that really knew how to climb with those 5 people. I mean, VGM has climbed a lot, but if I remember right, he had never done outdoor climbing and set up ropes. So basically you set everything up. So it's like one person. I mean, that would make sense if you go and this one person that knows what they're doing and a bunch of noobs, that it would take longer. Party of 2 can get 6 or 8 single pitch climbs in a day. Oh, okay. More of a boulderer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking I remembered. And mostly just did bouldering outside also, and had mostly just climbed in the gym. And in the gym you don't have to go set up stuff. And do you don't have to do lead climbing. And get a dozen climbs in. Oh, okay. Have I mentioned about what we think is going on with my wrists? No, I don't think so. Being like hypermobile and just hyperextending them. Most of my joints are kind of hypermobile. I think it's part of why my knees dislocate so easy and, stuff. I just basically fall apart halfway. Anyways, the raid is fixing to start, and then I'm gonna head back to the parking lot. But I hope you all have a nice rest of your day and everything. And thanks for hanging out. I had a fun time. was a really fun hike. I'll probably try to do a bike stream tomorrow, like I said. It's going to be like 94, but it's going to be too hot inside to play Beat Saber. I mean, it's going to be cooler inside, but I'd rather bike ride when it's in the 90s than Beat Saber when it's in the 80s. Good night, fish, and let's go, Mr. Winnie.